Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Arizona State's offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He'll keep it himself. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carriers.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. But it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been...
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field it close to the 50. There he goes. Open it up. Lowers those pads. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. So the Clemson Tigers offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the...
And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Running to daylight from inside his 25. And there he goes. They will get him. It's a touchdown.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The toss to the outside. Makes his man miss. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game, turning on the Jets. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
On the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some.
Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Rushes on him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the option. Quick toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Out of the gun to give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Got him downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Sun Devils will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the the coverage team able to make the tackle. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Randall. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Get it out on the screen. Makes a man miss. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Udo. Smashes ahead. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's loose. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back looking for help. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They're working that left side. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Lemon. Buys a little time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Going for the big play. Pulls it in on the right. Off to the races. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Tight end now in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got the tight end. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be first and goal. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Makes the grab. It's McClain. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Got his man out of the backfield. There he goes. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, out of space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big game. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but They're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. To the air, it's Levitt. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Butler. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And the Sun Devils need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that stings. Your offense has a chance to salt the game away, run the clock out. You're trying to make a play. You decide to throw the football, which we can talk about that decision later on down the road, but you throw the INT. Now you better hope the defense bails you out.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Snagged in the middle. It's Randall. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work. Pick up a huge play.
Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
Hey, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Did you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock.
Wide open spaces. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Makes the catch. It's Butler.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Bringing the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal range.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Klubnik. He's got an open man. Turns on the Jets. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, it's Haynes. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Perhaps duck shoes would be appropriate here as he comes out in the rain to try to win the game. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now they take the lead. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of